So let's talk about college writing. I'll begin with a prompt from an essay. Is it possible to make school a priority when one has to balance multiple responsibilities, work, family, etc.? So here's one student's response. I think it's possible to balance work and school. I've seen that when I manage my time well, I get good grades. But to tell you the truth, I really have to make studying a priority. I try to study every night when I get home from work. Then I don't have to cram right before an exam. I hate cramming, LOL. So a couple of good things about this response. First of all, the student does answer the prompt. The student also provides evidence. It's personal experience. It's what he or she's found out, but it is evidence. But it has all kinds of spelling, grammatical errors. Let's just take a closer look at it. So see in this first line, I seen, which is grammatically incorrect. It should be I have seen. Cramming down here is a spelling error. It takes two M's. Notice this is a little odd, but to tell you the truth, okay, I expect that a student is telling me the truth in an essay. So you really don't have to say that. And also the you suggests a conversational tone, like that student and I are having our own little conversation. College writing is formal, so you don't want to have that tone. Another aspect that shows that it's conversational is this, the student uses contractions. See the it's up here, and then he has another one, don't, further down, the almost the last sentence. Avoid contractions. They're not considered formal. It's a way of shortening words, and you want to try to minimize that in an essay. And of course, something that really suggests this is a conversational or casual tone is the very end. I hate cramming, LOL. So the student uses shouty caps with hate and then LOL. So it's almost as if he reverts to text message type speak. And then notice one other aspect here of this, all the uses of I. Now, if an instructor asks you to write an essay about yourself, of course you're going to use I. But in college writing, generally speaking, we look for information that goes beyond us. We look to the greater community. So most of the time in college writing, you will be writing about ideas that are beyond yourself. Let's take a look at another paragraph. It is possible to balance the demands of work and school with effective time management skills. Successful students use every minute wisely and make regular and frequent studying a top priority. In fact, research has shown that studying in small chunks of time results in better test scores than last-minute cramming. So, very different tone to this. And yet, what's funny is that this student is saying pretty much the same thing the other student was saying. It's just presented very differently. So, for instance, it has a formal tone. There are no contractions. There are no spelling errors. The student doesn't reference herself. She talks about successful students, other people. And then notice the kind of evidence used in this paragraph. Research has shown that studying in small chunks of time results in better test scores than last-minute cramming. So this student has evidence that's considered more convincing than personal experience. If personal experience is all you have, like if you're in a timed write, well, use that. But in this case, if you can go to sources and get research data to support your position, you have a more convincing essay. So we can draw a couple of conclusions about college writing based on these two paragraphs. So successful college writing is formal. You stay away from contractions, stay away from you, minimize the use of I, don't have casual speak. Avoid unnecessary words and expressions. I counted up the number of words in the first paragraph, 63. The second paragraph, which was more effective, 52 words. Also, use effective evidence. And let's look at that a little more closely. So here's a discussion question. Should cigarette smoking be banned in public places? One student wrote, smoking is a disgusting habit, and I think smokers are crazy. It should be banned everywhere. All right, so the student responds to the question, it should be banned everywhere. What is the evidence that she provides? It's a disgusting habit. So that's an opinion. Would you call that evidence? Nope. And if it has no evidence, it's false. Thank you, Dwight Schrute from The Office. Okay, here's another approach. Since secondhand smoke is a carcinogen, it makes sense to prevent people's exposure to this. While people have the right to smoke in their own homes, they should not be allowed to impact the health of others. So this has a very different tone to it, right? You're not calling anyone crazy. You sound measured, thoughtful, and look at the evidence that this person presents to support the argument. Secondhand smoke is a carcinogen. It causes cancer. Boom, there you have it. You have supported your argument with evidence. Evidence is key in academic writing. Evidence is anything that demonstrates the soundness of a claim. All these types of evidence are valid. Some are more effective than others, as we've talked about. So facts, statistics, and experts' comments are generally more effective than what you have observed, firsthand observation. To wrap up, college writing involves few errors, grammatical, punctuation errors, etc. Is formal, thoughtful given the audience, and uses evidence in the form of facts, statistics, statements by authorities, and personal experience. That's it. Thanks for watching.